Appreciate you. So I'm gonna give it the old 5, 4, 3, and then we'll get this thing going. All right. 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bear Light Sunday Spotlight. And we have the one, the only QueennDee here on the Spotlight. QueennDee, welcome to the Spotlight.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here, by the way.
Thanks for having me. This is pretty cool.
It is. It's a lot of fun to get to know you a little bit better because there's some things that, some people might not know. So we're going to find out. But first, let's start with something simple. What games do you stream, and when will we catch you streaming them?
Well, basically, I literally only stream Rocket League. Sometimes I might get a little bit adventurous and stream, say, like PUBG, or I've been considering Sea of Thieves because I've been really enjoying that game, or Elder Scrolls Online. But for the most part, it is going to be Rocket League. And I have my schedule on my channel, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do day streams. And then Wednesday is only a day stream, which is 1 to 4 on my day streams. And then my night streams are 8 to 11. And those are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I have Sunday off.
Boom.
Kind of a lot to remember. So that's why it's in my panels.
Are you guys taking notes? Do you have your notepads out, boys and girls? We need to take notes. Also, this Sunday you're not off. You're here with us.
Yeah, so technically I'm not off today.
There's never really a day off, especially when you're in school and streaming and yada yada.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Definitely know how it goes. But 99.9% of the time you're playing Rocket League every time.
Yep.
Right on.
And I've been trying to start doing viewer games and stuff in my day streams, but my night streams are going to stick to casual games where I kind of practice my skill. But day streams are going to be tournaments and viewer games for the most part.
Nice, yeah. Get people involved when they're not in school and work and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah.
That's cool. And Rocket League is definitely a good choice. It now has a count of, according to Google, it has 50 million players worldwide. So there's definitely something special about the game that sparks interest around the world. But what about the game has you streaming Rocket League more than, let's say, another game?
Well, it kind of reminds me of soccer, and I've played soccer basically my entire life, and to me, Rocket League is basically car soccer. And also, I've always been a really competitive person, and I always have fun when I'm challenging people or challenging myself in something, and that's kind of what this game gives me, is a challenging factor that I don't have anymore because I don't play soccer, so Rocket League kind of gives me that fun part of playing a game that's kind of like a sport.
Nice. I like that. Well, be honest, does it also give you the rage? Or was there rage when you played soccer, or is it all about the fun?
There was rage, but Rocket League, yes, sometimes I tilt, honestly, but who doesn't? I mean, it's Rocket League. Everybody gets a little tilted, but for the most part, I have a lot of fun. But I do get a little hard on myself sometimes, which kind of adds to the tilt factor.
Absolutely. I think that's a main cause of everybody's tilt factor, to be honest.
Yeah.
They can blame it on teammates. They can blame it on a bad bounce. But at the end of the day, they're really just mad at themselves that they're not higher ranked.
Yeah. Yep.
Could definitely do that. And I definitely have noticed a sharp increase in your play skill, to be honest. Yeah, that's right. I've been watching you I think I've been a sub for like 3 months or something like that. So I've been lurking. So, yeah, I mean,
I have my moments.
It's what to watch, but I think you definitely have your moments. But I've seen those moments increase or like double. So I think that's awesome. Do you think that you learn more from playing, let's say, with some higher ranked players like your fiance Zach, or with just the brigade team in general? Or do you think that when you actually go down to your I say down to your rank like it's a bad thing, but but like when you go into your rank with your teammate, do you think you learn more in that game or the one with a higher level of play?
I'd have to say the higher level players, because I didn't really start to grow as a player until I started competing at that level. I'm not trying to say that you don't learn at your own level, but I feel like it's a lot slower of an incline. Because when you play with the higher players, you're kind of forced to play at that upper level, or at least challenge yourself to try things that you wouldn't normally try at your own level, like getting into the air. I used to never do that. I was terrified. I had no idea how to fly. But ever since I started playing with, say, my fiance or just everyone on Brigade, I have gained a lot more car control in the air. Like, I'm really good off the wall. Like, everything has kind of just started to grow for me by playing with those higher level players. But then I work on critiquing those skills and finalizing them and becoming more consistent at my own level, where I kind of have that room to, because everyone's a little bit slower at my own ranking.
Definitely, and one thing I've noticed is when I go into a game that's like a little bit slower paced, it kind of throws me off because you want to just you want to use your speed that you learn from the higher ranks. Like I've played with GCs all the time. Like I'll mess around with Brigade, and obviously I'm not that at that level. So I'm kind of in the same similar situation. So I definitely agree, and yeah, I think that. I definitely want to ask you. You talked about like you had soccer in your background. Do you think it translated over into Rocket League play? Like
I
skill
would.
wise?
It's a little different. I mean, soccer and Rocket League are very different. I mean, there's like what 11 on the field versus 3. I mean, if you want to play chaos, sure, 4, but that's not fun.
No.
But I mean, I guess I kind of pay attention to rotation. Soccer, you'd have to rotate and like have that layout on the field. It's kind of the same in Rocket League. Like you can't just all go for the ball, or else you're screwed.
Yeah.
So you got to have that coverage. You got to have that passing plays, which does kind of pass over into Rocket League, and making sure that you're in the right placement in order to make a play happen. So I guess in that factor, sort of, yes, I can relate to it on that portion.
Gotcha. And also, like you mentioned earlier, obviously the competitive side of you,
Yes.
definitely can pull some similarities. That's really cool. I like it. By the way, congratulations on reaching over 2,600 followers. Let's get some hype in chat. Let's get some demotes
Oh
going.
my gosh.
Can we get some
No,
demotes
the
in the chat?
demotes.
Let's go. Demotes in the chat.
Freaking demotes.
Let's
oh
go.
my gosh.
It's gonna be 20 seconds before you see this pop up. Unfortunately, it was just a little
Here.
delayed.
I'll
but
put my demotes in there too. Might
there we
as
go.
well help.
I'm gonna pop up.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, she started it. Hang on.
I put one. I meant to put multiple, but it just kind of.
There they are. Here we go. Here we go. Happening right now. I might as well help out too. Let's go. There it is. Manny Stangs. Mushka. Nice.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Yeah, dude. You may be in the interview spotlight right now, but you're doing an outstanding job creating a spotlight for yourself. You definitely had a lot of growth in your stream recently, also. And so I think that we would all agree that you deserve like 26,000 more. Like, honestly, like, look at all that love in the chat right now. Check it out. Like,
that's crazy.
Boom. You just have to mention your name, and it goes crazy, and it's awesome. So, and your demotes spread through wildfire. Like I'll go into a random chat and there they are, which is awesome. Yeah. So sometimes I want to know how you keep a positive energy rolling amongst some of the toxicity and the trolling that happens when you're a streamer, some disrespect that you face as a streamer also, including that incident that happened last week. How do you keep that positive energy?
It's sometimes not really easy, especially when you're first starting out as a streamer. Like a year ago when I first started out, the toxic comments really got to me, and I would sometimes end my stream because of how much I let it get to me. But it gets to the point where as a streamer, you need to start to realize that sure, there's going to be those trolls, but for the most part, the good definitely outweighs the bad. And that was definitely shown in the incident that happened to me last week with the raid incident, and how, although I was kind of disrespected, what came of it was so much positivity and so much love, which just proves the fact that the good will always outweigh the bad, and that's something that you have to remember. And yeah, you have your community and you have people that love you, and you just, being in the spotlight like this, it's gonna bring trolls. So you just have to be prepared for that and not let it get to you, and just know that the love that you receive is a lot more than the negativity that people are going to try to give to you.
Definitely. That's a fantastic answer. I would definitely agree. It's like, it's almost a rule of thumb where, when something bad happens, it's almost always an indication of things are going to be really good for you on the other side as
Yeah.
long as you keep that positive attitude. And that's a good motivation, I think.
And it's just
Nice.
positivity is really like how do I want to say it spreads really easily. So it's just like a comment can make someone's day. Like you could say, "Hey, I hope you have a good day. You look really good today." It's just like that. It can change someone's day completely. Just one small comment can turn someone's bad day into a really good day. So all I can say is just like be nice to one another. Like don't be toxic. Like you can joke around, of course, but make sure that you treat others with respect and you're kind to them because you never know what someone's going through. So
Absolutely.
just spread love, not hate. That's like my main line is to spread love, not hate. There's enough hate out there. Be the light in a dark situation.
Yes. You can see how that's a great point. I love that you said that one little thing that you say that's a positive in somebody's, they could be having like the worst day ever, but like it could just switch just like that. And that's why I find myself in your stream all the time is because you get that positive energy and you flow with it, and you honestly leave the stream feeling good. Like it's
Yeah.
weird. Like it's a weird feeling. Like some streams you leave, you're like, oh, I don't really like that person, or that person didn't really respond to me. And I actually didn't write this note down, but the reason I actually started watching you on a regular basis is because you actually you follow chat, and you're very responsive to the people that come in. There hasn't been a time I've come into your stream and haven't heard, "Oh, hey, Bear." You know what I mean? Never. There's never been a time that you haven't acknowledged me. Would everybody agree with that in chat? Like, because I think that you do an outstanding job of recognizing people. How do you do it?
Well, when I came into this, my main goal, like a lot of people do it for the wrong reasons. Like you'll hear people say, "Oh my God, I don't have enough viewers. Oh my God, that's not enough bits," or "that raid wasn't big enough." But I don't do it for numbers. I do it to make friends. I do it to socialize and have fun with you guys. And that's all that it is. And that's why the main focus of my stream is, yeah, I play games. That's the entertainment factor. But my main goal is to interact with you guys, make you guys feel good, have fun, build friendships like I have. I have made phenomenal friends. I'm getting married this month to someone, all because of the fact that I focus on socializing with you guys, because the biggest part of being a streamer is the chat. It's the viewers. It's the people that come in and say hello to you and build you up. And so I make sure that I put basically 99% of my focus on the chat and one on whatever game I am playing.
Amazing. Yes, and chat, as you can see already, I bet you're following. Absolutely agrees. So, hands down, you got it. And since you mentioned it, I might as well just jump to it already. Congratulations to you both, you and Zach, for the engagement. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. He can be a butthead sometimes, but he's my butthead.
Everybody has a butthead. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And he happens to be a great one, so at least from
yes.
what I know. So I'm awesome, and I'm excited too. And you're probably sick of hearing it, or you're going to be eventually sick of getting this question. But do you have any dates in mind?
So we originally were supposed to have a ceremony in May, but money got really tight for my family and me as well, and him. So we are actually eloping at a courthouse on the 27th of this month, and him and I will be moving to Hawaii together on the 29th.
Hey, aloha. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. What part? Oh, if you don't mind. Yeah, I mean, that might be too personal.
Oahu.
Okay.
The island of Oahu,
The
yeah.
island? Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. My brother lived in Hawaii for a little bit, so I never got to visit, but I've heard amazing things. So
I've been to Maui, and it's absolutely stunning. Hawaii is gorgeous.
jeez, it's literally a mountain in the middle of the ocean with a beach. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. It seems awesome to me. So, first of all, congratulations, and that's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's exciting. I sometimes have to sit there and think, my fiance, wait, I'm engaged? Uh-oh. Sometimes it's so weird for me to say, but it's a good weird, you know? It's not one of those words where it's like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. It's this is cool. Like I found my person, and it's like through something like Twitch. Like it happened through Twitch, people. You can find your significant other through Twitch. Like,
It's a possibility, but I think you're bending minds. I don't think people ever considered that they could do that. So,
well, you look at Athena, and that's how she, like her and Rizzo, they found each other through that. Or Kia and Kronovi, like they met through Twitch. It works. Like it's a thing.
Well, I would put you in the same category because I think you all are awesome. But anyway, are you ready for the rapid fire questions? Are you ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit it. Rocket League, you're playing it. Do you use an Xbox controller or a PS4 controller? We've asked both Inspire and Display now. We got to know.
Xbox.
Thank you. Finally, somebody agrees. Xbox controller is where it's at. Hallelujah. Jeez. Finally, I can stop asking that question. Any reason why you use the Xbox controller?
I grew up playing on the Xbox. I've always played on Xbox, never played PS4, so I'm just used to an Xbox controller. I'm not hating on PS4, but it's just like my brother played on the Xbox, and that's how I was introduced to gaming and all that, and so I've just been an Xbox person my entire life.
Stangs agrees. I know Bahula already does, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right, favorite animal?
Giraffes. I don't know why. Everyone always says why, and I'm like, I don't know. They're cool. They have long freaking necks. Like, I don't know. I have so many giraffe things in my room, and then dogs, of course, but specifically Zoe.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I have a picture of my little puppy. How is Zoe, by the way? How is the little?
She's good.
Nice.
She's good.
That was one of the viewer questions. Is your doggo a good boy?
No, because she's a girl. She's a good girl.
Boom. That's why. Boom. Face. That's awesome. And giraffes. Obviously, you probably. You might have watched some content from The Last of Us, but there's this like breathtaking scene. It's like a. Is it a? I forget. It's a zombie. Yeah, it's a zombie themed game, and they're going through the entire. Like you go through the entire, or you have to reach a certain city. But there's this one cutscene where you walk outside, and there's just giraffes like walking up towards you, and you're like petting the giraffes, and it just like it blows my mind. So I thought it was awesome. Yeah, giraffes is a good answer.
I love giraffes. They're so cool.
Also, an answer I wasn't expecting too. So
yeah,
two in one right there. Display says bear. Rapid questions. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah,
we're flying through them right now. So $1 million is yours. What are you doing with it?
I'm gonna pay off my school debt, and then I'm gonna help my parents get a good home because I mean, with everything they've done for me, I want to give back to them. So yeah, and then honestly, whatever's left over, I'd come to Twitch and give to everybody that's been so supportive to me.
There you
because
go.
they all deserve it.
Are you moving us and your family to Hawaii?
Yeah, come on over.
Yes. Let's go. We're going to Hawaii, everybody. You hear that? Let's go. So, you mentioned that you had an Xbox. Is that the first game system you ever owned?
No, it was a Game Boy.
Game Boy, right on.
Yes.
Was it the Advance or was it like the original, the OG?
I was so young. All I remember was it was just like this simple Game Boy, and I remember back then you had like this little light that you could put over it so you could see your screen. I don't fully remember. I was so small.
It's the worm light. It's the worm light. It goes like up in like a circles and then goes across. But the thing is, it never worked, did it? Because it was just one little speck of light that was on the Game Boy, and you couldn't see anything around it at all.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And do you remember what game that you played? The first game that you ever played? Obviously, I started playing when I was really young, so I might not. But do you?
Pokemon Yellow, if I remember correctly. I was really obsessed with all the Pokemon games, and so it was definitely that one.
Nice.
If not, like at least one of the couple I played. I don't remember exactly, but I know Pokemon Yellow was one of them.
Awesome. All right, you're already going to Hawaii, but what is your ideal vacation spot?
I'm going to get really specific with this, but there's this little town here in Washington called Leavenworth that my family goes to every Christmas, or at least we used to. We're not anymore because it's gotten like really touristy. But it is just the cutest little Christmas town. And when it snows, it is absolutely gorgeous. And we get a little cabin. And I don't know, like that's my ideal vacation spot. Like even if it's not winter, it's just gorgeous. You stay on the river and it's amazing.
That's
so I guess a cabin.
Nice.
Overall, somewhere in the woods.
A cabin.
Want to be specific.
A cabin in the woods. No, I wanted you to be as specific as possible. Because awesome. Yes, another answer that I wasn't expecting. This is going splendid. This is exactly why I knew it was gonna be an awesome time. All right. Your worst habit.
Honestly, cracking my knuckles. I'm starting to get really bad pains in my hands, and sometimes even when I'm playing games, like my fingers will cramp up. And so I need to stop. But it's so hard to, like I just did it. Now that I said cracking my knuckles, I just cracked them. Ugh.
I can't even think about it without doing it.
Right?
I mean, that's why it makes it your worst habit. But let's be real. There's worse habits that could be had. So
yes.
That is that. All right. This one's a hard one. Top 3 favorite movies.
Lion King, City of Bones, and Every single Harry Potter movie. That counts as one.
That counts as it's all one.
Yes.
Well,
all of the Harry Potter movies.
It's all one story. It's all in the same universe.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It counts. It counts.
Yes.
House of Bones? Is that what is it?
City of Bones.
City of
So
Bones.
my favorite book series, it was the Mortal Instruments series, and the first book was called City of Bones, and they made it into a movie, and so I loved it. Seeing my favorite book come to life on a screen, it was cool.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out because I've never read or seen the movie, so I'm...
Yeah, a lot of people hated on the movie because the book was so good, but I just enjoyed the movie for the movie. I didn't compare it to the book because, I mean, of course, the book was amazing, but the movie was good.
I typically walk into any situation without any kind of expectations, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to be. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, right on. Perfect. So, let's see. You're a very, very popular gal. Like, you're friends with a lot of popular people in the Rocket League community, like Athena, like you mentioned earlier. Even Sad Jr. popped by for a little bit in the stream. What was that all about?
Mm-hmm. Well, we ran into him in casual games, and he decided to stay and keep on playing against us, and we just chatted with him, and I mean, he's a really cool guy, but that was kind of just as far as it went, is we ran into him in casual games, and we chatted with him for a little bit, and that was it.
Nice. It's still cool. I like it.
Yeah, it was cool. He was a really genuine person. But that's another thing. Like, the thing about all these pros and stuff, or like bigger streamers, is there are people just like us. Like, yeah, it's super cool to see them and be like, oh my gosh, I met Athena, or I played with Athena, or I'm friends with Miho. Like, it's cool to say. But at the end of the day, they're people just like us. And they're really easy to befriend. Like, just go to their channel and say hello. Like, they are really nice people. And so don't be afraid to go and try to befriend them, because they're great people and they're super easy to talk to.
Definitely. And I would take it that Miho falls under that category. You know him personally,
yes,
correct?
Miho.
Yeah,
from
he's Twitter world or Twitch world. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice. And you got to play with him like a week ago, right?
Yeah, I've played with him twice now. He played with John and I, and then just the other day, him, and Zach actually got to play, and it was super cool. Yeah, he's always down. Whenever I ask him, he always says, I'm not going to ego you, Queen, and all this stuff. And he says that he's a big fan of me. So, I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good friend, for sure.
Nice. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So, we already did the one question from the audience. If you guys have any other questions for D, make sure you toss them in the chat now.
Yeah, don't be trolls.
Questions. Exactly. Oh, it's gonna happen. I
feel like Zach's gonna say something sarcastic.
I mean, he already has multiple times throughout the stream. I've been keeping up. I've been keeping up with your whole fiance. So, oh my goodness. Let's see. We got anything? Still waiting. Yup. Oh. Sure enough, there it is.
Yep. There's Zach's little comment.
So let's go back to when I asked you, how do you deal with trolls? Just stay positive.
Ban them. Get rid of them.
Yes.
That's another thing that I wanted to make a note of, is make sure that you have a good mod that's at least, like, they don't have to be chatting in your channel, but make sure they're keeping an eye on it, because there's been a lot of times where trolls come in and I've missed what they've said because my mods are so good at getting rid of them before I can catch their comment.
Oh, I see.
So,
gotcha. Yeah. Stangs has a question. He says, D, when is the Sea of Thieves stream? Whenever she feels like it's her channel.
I'll try to see if I can get it in sometime this week. How about that, Stangs? Is that good? We'll try to do it sometime this week.
She'll try to possibly maybe have a chance to get on that. Is what
exactly.
Nice. Any other questions before we wrap this up, guys and gals? Yes? No?
The best type of food. All? I love food.
One that I can put in my stomach? Is this a trick question?
I'd probably say the best kind of food is, I really like Thai food. Thai food is so good. I love yellow curry. It is so freaking good.
Nice. When will you stream PUBG again, says Manny.
Oh my gosh. So with the new map being released, Manny, I've actually been really intrigued to play it, but I don't know. I'll think on it maybe in a week or so, or maybe at the first of the year. Like, I can make that my resolution, play more games. Like, instead of just mainly Rocket League, try incorporating new games to my stream.
There you go. Perfect. And then Pika asks, what are your favorite chips?
Zach already answered that, but Nacho cheese Doritos.
Boom. There's a reason you are together. It's like he knows you or something. That's crazy.
Right? Weird. Who is this guy? Get him out of here.
Yeah, mods, can we get on this, please? We need to get him. Stank says to interview Zach right now. Listen. We'll get him on one time. I promise. We will. We'll talk to Zach one of these days.
Oh God,
So,
Zach would be so fun to interview.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it'd be super exciting. I feel like I would have to toss on the 18 and older thing, the mature content
Oh my
thing
gosh.
for him.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. And then YouTube, I might as well just accept the fact that I'm being demonetized. Any other questions, guys? Anything else we got? He said, I would be nice with the puppy eyes.
Well, Zach would be a yikes, right?
It would be a yikes and a half. Let me tell you. Oh, my goodness. Any shout-outs or last comments, Dee, before we wrap it up here?
Basically, I think I do a pretty good job at shouting out literally everyone that comes by my stream. Like,
Dude.
Follow Zach, follow Stang, so we can get him more followers without even streaming. He hit 100. Manny's a really great person. Like, if you guys don't follow him, do it. Like, honestly, like, I just want my community to follow each other because I love hopping into people's streams and seeing people that I recognize. Like, that's super cool to see how supportive people that I've met are. So just keep on being you. Keep on being awesome, you guys.
You heard it from Dee herself. Keep awesome, guys, because you guys are legitimately awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support and for tuning in. And Dee, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, of course. This has been really cool. I mean, I think it's really awesome that you do this, by the way, Bear. I think it's a really cool thing that you choose streamers and you kind of put them on the spotlight and ask questions. So, like, keep that up. That's really awesome that you do that.
Thanks. Yeah, and it allows, I feel like it's going to allow a lot of people to kind of come out of their shell and let them know what they're all about. So, and we appreciate you doing that for us.
Yeah, like, I'm sure no one knew that my favorite animal was a giraffe, except for Zach. But
right.
You learn new things about the streamer, things that you wouldn't, like, think to ask when you're just hanging out with them in their stream, you know?
Exactly right. And some of the things where I thought I was going to get an answer that I wasn't expecting, you would answer something I was. And then in things that I was expecting, like just the regular answers were the ones that you were like completely just throwing a curveball. So that was awesome. But thank you again, guys. You have to check out Dee if you have not already. I know a lot of you have, but if you have not, it is twitch.tv/QueennDee. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Regular Queen was taken, so I had to add an extra N.
The extra N is right in there. So again, QueennDee, and then you can follow her on Twitter as well that we have here on the screen. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.